the Walmart facility there. The other one is at the Georgia Pacific plant down here, just east of town. We could find solutions to these problems. I know how to find the solution. I also know how to find the funding for it. And if given the opportunity, I certainly will work on doing that, and so it will not happen overnight, though. It'll take several years to fully complete that task.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I don't believe there's one answer to this problem. I can tell you, I live on Main Street, and when Jenny went out on October the 1st of 2016, she counted 288 trucks in one day. When my neighbors next door, Dean and Faye, went out, they counted over 300 trucks in one day. Wes and Sissy, I believe, close to 400 in one day. I can tell you the truck traffic is vibrating the historic homes to the point where our mantles are coming apart, our ceilings are cracking, pictures are jumping off of the walls. So we have to know that an 80,000-pound truck that is between 72 and 80 feet long has to be doing some damage in our historic district. Our historic district is vital to our tourism. Destroy that and you have no tourism. I would also suggest that I have contacted Walmart. I have been in touch with J.B. Hunt, and J.B. Hunt was probably the most receptive out of Arkansas. They'll listen to you, but you have to communicate with them. We can't just sit in these meetings and complain about it. We actually have to get out and do something about it. And they will hear you, because Walmart doesn't want that stain that they destroyed our historic district by passing through with 200 trucks a day, whatever it is. I would also tell you there are a couple of really quick solutions. Number one, let's change the speed limit on Main Street. We can change that. We can reduce that to 25 miles an hour. Let's go ahead and take that park that comes off of Rutledge Road and just move 30 feet of dirt off to the side so that those logging trucks coming down from Rutledge can actually turn right onto the road to Ingalls and pass up to the bypass, turn left, and be on their way up to Georgia Pacific. There are many, many different solutions, and some of them are very small. Moving 30 feet of dirt, that's not going to cost us very much at all, and it could probably be done in 2 or 3 days. And it would just give the logging trucks an alternate way to get around to the bypass. We have to think, people. I can't believe that a trucker is smarter than we are.
Thank you. Last question, we'll begin with Robert. Is there a way to create neighborhoods within walking distance of Madison's downtown? And if so, what type of zoning tool would you use to accommodate these types of developments?
Absolutely, there's ways to do that. We have present zoning in place that can clearly build good communities within walking distance of downtown Madison. So that you understand, I have no objections to the development of the Foster Street property. While I live next door to it, and I've dealt with a very difficult, bad situation that the city, the mayor, the city council, and the staff have totally ignored for 15 years. That property can be developed as it's presently zoned by bringing in a good quality developer who has good engineers who will design a subdivision as it's presently zoned, and without any variances. It can be, they develop to 14 to 16 units on that. I would be glad to support that. I will do whatever would be necessary to try to help that happen. But I am opposed to destroying the integrity of the National Register Historic Area by going out and trying to raise the density so high to do nothing more than provide much greater profit for the property owner and the developer that would be putting in these lots. There are several other pieces of property that could be used for that purpose. The zoning that you would used to create that would be use the zoning that's in place today. You don't have to rezone the Foster Street property to be able to create a good walking community there.
Okay, that's your time, thank you. Kathy?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I really believe that the Foster Street plan is a good plan for Madison, but I also believe that the density was always the problem. We need neighborhoods. We need more housing. We need the tax dollars, but we also need to fill our schools, so we're going to have housing for people to live in. I got a call today about the apartment over the Colonial. I'm anxious to see this gentleman on Monday when he comes to look at the apartment. He's coming all the way from Greensboro, so that would be kind of interesting to have someone come all that way, move to Madison. But my point about the Foster Street plan is, I can remember when this became an issue more than a year and a half ago, and Monica contacted most everyone and asked us, what did we think? How did we view this project? And the project, in my opinion, was a good, solid project. I believe that a person has a right to sell their property. But I also believe that the residents around that property have a right to be protected. And that's where the city comes in. We're supposed to be protecting those people that are already invested. We are supposed to be protecting the historic district, which of course is vital to our tourism. But I will tell you, when I looked at the plan and I looked at the density, 37 was never the number. It was never the number. But when I looked at it and I saw the two houses that could potentially be built, one reconstructed and one actual new house, maybe in an antebellum sort of design, architectural design, I thought that would be good for Main Street. But I also felt that there could be 20 houses on Foster Street in the horseshoe that they had designed. So, but what pains me more than anything is the fighting. It's the arguing and pitting neighbor against neighbor because we don't always agree. But that's what a strong city council and mayor will do for us. There are going to be more Foster Street projects coming up. So to be able to have the ability to sit down and work these things through and to work so that we all walk away winning, that's what's vital and that's what's important, I think, for the future growth of Madison and definitely for these neighborhoods.
Thank you. Fred?
I think the majority of the 6 neighborhoods in Madison are within a short 30-minute walk from downtown. Therefore, one could consider Madison a very walkable city already. New residential developments are required by city code to install sidewalks when new streets are constructed. Careful consideration must be given when vacant land within the city or at the edge of the city limit is designated for residential development. Existing zoning tools such as the zoning ordinance and subdivision regulations should be sufficient for the development of residential neighborhoods. And I will not comment on the Foster Street project tonight. We know it's coming up for a vote on our city council soon, and I will hold my comments until then. But I would like to make a comment concerning the truck traffic again. It's been stated that maybe we should lower the speed limit of the truck traffic of the truckers coming through town. And what you need to know is if the speed limit or the truck is limited to a certain speed limit, your speed limit will also be limited. So not only will truckers be getting a ticket, you'll be getting a ticket too. So why should be careful as to what you say?
All right, we're going to reset the clock on that one, and we will now hear closing statements, and we will begin with Robert Lanier. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you. I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you citizens who took your time this evening to come and hear what these candidates have had to say, but more especially me in particular. I thank you very much. Madison needs change. Madison needs a strong mayor. Madison needs a strong city council. These things will have to happen for us to get to a point that the mayor and city council represents all of the people, the citizens of Madison, and not just a select few. I hate to bring those things up and say that way, but that's the fact that exists here, and many, many people know that and understand it very well. We need economic development here in Madison. We need these stores around the square to be full. We need to bring more people here to utilize the businesses that are here. We need more housing here. There is no question about that. But it doesn't need to be done in such a way that it totally abuses the historic area that has been so much the thing that has brought Madison to the forefront over and over again, the wonderful National Register historic area. As a strong pro-business mayor, I can promise you that I will insist upon respect of the citizens and that they be treated fairly by the staff and the city council. I thank you for being here this evening. I appreciate the opportunity to speak to you, and I would ask for your vote and your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Robert. And we will hear from Mayor Fred Perry.
It has been an honor for me to serve as the mayor of Madison in this great city for the last 4 years. It has been an honor for me to serve with the colleagues that I've had to work with for the last 4 years. And I can assure you that these are my colleagues that sit around this table. They are colleagues who are very well respected by business leaders, church leaders, and just plain citizens in our community. Each of them have a character about themselves of mutual respect. We work together. We eat together. We enjoy time together. We do business together. We do it out of love and we do it out of respect for each other. I would love to serve as your mayor again for the next 4 years. We do have a lot to do within the next 4 years. I'd like to be a part of that commitment that this current council has put in place, and especially the West Washington Street Gateway. Great things are happening in Madison, and I would like to see those great things continue to happen. And I very strongly disagree with my opponent when he said that Madison has a weak mayor and weak council members. This city would not be where it is today if we didn't have mayors in the past with the vision. The mayor and council now still have a vision for this great city. And let me share with you, it's not about education. It's not about wealth. It's not about who we are. It's about someone who can lead this city with good common sense. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Kathy, take us home.
All right. I just want to say thank you again for joining us. It's always wonderful to see you. And it's wonderful that people take so much interest in their city government that they come out and spend this much time. And I know that a lot of you have been at some of our functions, and I know that you've been with some of the other candidates, and you've all had an opportunity to ask your questions. But I can tell you, it isn't all blissful. Some of it definitely needs to be changed in Madison. Some of the problems that we have are because we have not addressed these problems. Bad behavior will only continue for as long as you allow it. And it's just time to stop. It's just time to stop and stand back. And if we need retraining for some of our employees, we can do that. If we need restructuring for some of our city council members and our mayor, we can do that. We can certainly at least try. And to ignore what's going on and to think it's going to get better on its own, it isn't. And so therefore, I would like to ask for your vote on November the 7th. Everyone knows I say what I mean, and I mean what I say. Thank you.
Thank you. I would like to ask for everyone to stand and put some blood in your legs and give these folks a round of applause.